Good evening everyone. Now I'm going to make a video presentation about the agricultural economics and marketing. Agricultural economics is an applied field of economics in which the principles of choice are applied in the use of scarce resources such as land, labor, capital, and management in farming and allied activities. It's also the study of relationship arising from the wealth getting and wealth using activity of man in agriculture. Three three elements of economic perspectives. One is the scarcity, a conditional in which resources available are insufficient to satisfy human wants. The basic concept related to scarcity is choice. Because of limited budget, consumers make choices among several goods and services available. Because of limited resources, business choose between the different combinations of inputs to produce a certain product. The basic concept related to scarcity trade-off is a choice between alternative uses for a given quality of resources. Using resources for one purpose means that the same resources cannot be used for another purpose. In other words, we give up something to get something else. Next one is opportunity cost. It is the real economic cost of a good and service produced, of, produced or measured by the value of the sacrificed alternative. It refers to cost and value to the highest value alternative we give up in preparing our chosen alternative. Three elements economic perspective. The second one is the rational behavior. Economics is grounded on the assumption of rational self self-interest, meaning to say individuals make rational decisions to achieve the greatest satisfaction or the maximum fulfillment of their goals. The third one is marginalism. Economic choices are made based on the additional benefit of additional cost that it will be incurred in making a particular decision. Foundation of economics. The two facts dominate our lives. So, first one is we have limited resources, and the second one is we have unlimited ones. Factors or production and scarce resources. First is the land refers to all natural resources, all free gifts or nature which are usable in the productive process and includes deserts, filter plants, forests and mineral deposits, sunshine and climate necessary for growth. Second is capital or invested goods refers to all manufactured aids to production. It includes the tools, equipment, machinery, factory, storage area, transport, and distribution facilities. Characteristic of economic principle. They are they are generation and as such are subject to exceptions. B. There are models of the reality and more therefore abstract. C. May take the form of verbal statement, numerical tables, mathematical equations, or graphs. D. The valuable as predictive devices serve as basis for the formulation of economic policies designed to solve the problems and control undesirable events. Macroeconomics versus microeconomics. Macroeconomics is the study of the economic as a whole or with the basic subdivision or aggregates such as government, household, and business sector. While the microeconomics is the study of activity in the individual market. It studies the decision of individual people and business and interaction for those decisions to the market. Positive versus normative economics. So the positive economics deal with what the economy is actually like. It focuses on facts and avoid value judgments. It tries to establish scientific statement about economic behavior. It is concerned with what is. It describes the situation as it is. While the normative economics deals with value judgments about what the economy should be like or what a particular policy action should be like or should be recommended. It is often called policy economics. It embodies subjective feelings about what ought to be. Economic goals. Common economic goals. A number of economic goals or value which are widely true not universally accepted in our society includes. First one is full employment. Second one is price stability. Third one is economic freedom. Fourth one is economic security. Fifth one is equitable distribution to incomes. Sixth one is economic efficiency. And the last one is balance of trade. Number 2 is employment and efficiency. Full employment, the use of available resources. No workers should be involuntary out of work. Full production, this means that employed resources should be used so that they provide the maximum possible satisfaction for our material wants. Full production implies two types of efficiency. We have productivity efficiency and allocated efficiency. So the productive is production of particular mix of goods and services in a less productive way. The second one is allocative efficiency. Production of that particular mix of goods services wanted by the society. Command economy and communism. So fascism is an economic system often associated with Hitler's Germany. Mussolini's Italy and the militaristic government of Japan, all before the end of the Second War. This economic system is more easily associated with political regimes in which power is centered largely on a strong one-man dictatorship, or in any case a one-party dictatorship. This is relegated upon the state in extreme fascistic state during especially of war and Nazi Germany war. The choices of what types of goods would be produced and what types of industry would grow. Socialism is mentioned. It is often referred to mixed economic system that have emerged in Western Europe. The term mix refers to the mixture of regulated capitalism and socialistic version of communism in the sense of public ownership of the means of production. Demand and supply. So the demand is defined as a schedule which show the various demands of product which consumers are willing and able to purchase at the specific price in a set of possible prices during some specified period of time. Demand curve is the illustration of relationship between various qualities demanded of particular commodity and at different prices. Other factors, ceteris paribus. Market demand is the sum of all individual demand. Quantity demand of a goods or services, an amount of a good or services that consumers plan to buy during the specific period of time. Law of demand states that as a price falls, the corresponding quantity of demanded rises, or alternative, as a price increases and corresponding quality demanded falls. Other things, ceteris paribus. In other words, this is an inverse relationship between prices and quantity demanded. Explanation of the law of demand. So the income effect at a lower price, one can afford to buy more without giving up alternative goods, meaning a person has greater purchase power. The substitution effect indicates that a lower price, one may substitute a cheaper good to another good which is now relatively more expensive. Demand and supply. So supply is defined as a schedule which shows the various demands of product which producer are willing or able to produce and make available for sale in the market at each specific price in a set of possible price during some specified period of time. Supply curve. So it illustrates of relationship between various quantities supplied for a particular commodity and at different prices. Other factors, ceteris paribus. Market supply. It is a sum of all individual produce, firm supply, and a market. Quality supplied of a good or services, of amount of a good or service that producers plan to sell during a specific period of time. Law of supply states at as a price falls and corresponding quality supplied decreases, all alternative as a price increases, the corresponding quantity supply increases. Other things, ceteris paribus. In other words, this is a direct relationship between prices and quantity supply. That's for all. Thank you for watching.